There it is. Hey everybody. The webcam was giving me trouble again. Nothing new there. My name's Aaron Ciotti, and if you came over from Bardwell's stream, thank you. I'm just last minute getting stuff set up here. Looks like it's working now. Awesome. My name's Aaron Ciotti. Everybody calls me Ciotti, and my hair has gotten out of control, but we shall persevere. Tonight we're doing the 3 Patreon giveaways. We're going to talk about, or we're going to do the pilot spotlight. Try to read my notes. And we're going to see if we can get an ESC back into the Acrobrat, and we're going to talk about that. As we always do, at first, here, we will read the names as fast as we can. Roarstar McTavish was the first one in here. And he said, happy birthday to Cage Drummer. Happy birthday, Cage Drummer. He was the second one in here. Marcos Huerta, Steezy FPV, Engage FPV, David Nuss, Noose rather, Budget FPV, Wild Ape FPV, Supercell in the house, Burden 1985, Kenneth Deli, Saucy Beast Mode, that's a good name, K-Man 1923, Cjo, Tyler Raleigh, Raphael Sepulveda, Stevo 43068, Parts for Bent Toys, Explosive Fruits, Doug and Pauline, Explosive Fruits again, Ethan, Luca RC, Daytona Jim, Ethan again. Let me get my scroll on here. Take a breath. Joseph Benjarowitz, Ethan again, Raider FPV, Flying Brian, C. Joe, Wrong Way FPV, Michael Fulginti, Flying Brian again, Explosive Fruits, Dan Richmond, woo! Rodolphe Laquemant. I think I got that pretty close. Basuri Boy, Cjo, Chris, Luca RC, Sabine Surreal, Ken Overby with a $2 super chat. Thank you, Ken. Fat Shark Scout, DVR files play noise, easy fix. Yeah, my DVR always just has over it. That's just kind of what DVR is. There are some VTXs that'll output audio, but they're pretty rare. So unless you have one of those VTXs that you know outputs audio, then it's normal. Wrong Way FPV again, Monkey Boy FPV, yeah. YouTube and Shane Morrow, Raider FPV again, the Mr. Delirious, Mars FPV Drones is in the house from Australia, I believe. Chopper Girls, Air War, YouTube and again, Mars, Chris, Vic and Air FPV, Fly Farmer FPV, Simon Saucy, Tyler Raleigh, Props Off, Doug and Pauline again, Wrong Way again, Tyler Raleigh, Chopper Girls Air War, alright, nice, JTJ, god damn it, chat, you did the thing again, you did me dirty again, chat, you son of a bitch. Hold on. The chat does this thing where it goes flying downwards and I lose my place. Damn, who was I on? Alright, I'm just going to pick a spot and keep going. If I missed you, sorry. Get you next time. Sean Hales is here. Mark Emerson, Explosive Fruits again. Wrong Way FPV, Vic and Air. Cjo, Jesse T, Coelho FPV, Vic and Air FPV. Shane's in the house. June Loco is here. Jeff Star 369. C Joe. Starting to get repeats. Jesse T. Athix is here. Doug and Pauline again. Paul Giusti. Raider again. YouTube and Richard Lothian. Sasha Cruz Grimm. Oh My Quad FPV. Fun name. Tiago is here. Drone Shots. Prince Albert. Fabian Briese. Zigro20. Brent Vogus. Woo! Murdered that one, Brent. Sorry about that. You're just Brent from now on. Brent. Sky Explorer, Tyler Raleigh, Jim Golden. Hey, Jim, what's up? Daryl Hickman, Mars again, Mr. Graham, Jeff Star 369, Coelho again, Snoopy FPV, Drone Shots, IMAX, Roarstar McTavish, Fly Farmer FPV, Duck My Square, Tyler Raleigh, Bill Riffett, awesome. Raphael Sepulveda, Props Off, Richard Lothian, I keep screwing it up. You're just Richard from now on. Richard is here. DU4 FPV, Slide By, JV Corsino, Engage FPV, Daniel Sarmiento, Bearing Down. Wow, there's a lot of people in here. Thanks, guys. Shit. C. Joe, I swear this will be over in a second. Tyler Raleigh, Pilot Mini FPV, Drone Shots, Mike Grossman, repeats. There's Supercell with a question, Moontime 2007, Ethan, Shane Morrow, Richard Lothian, damn it, Richard, Ken Overby, Mongo FPV, Marcos, Really, Tommy Lou, LEDs, LED01, wow, that's a tongue twister, Mr. Graham, Really FPV, Oh My Quad, Raider, Chopper Girls Air War, there's Richard again. All right, we're getting to the Cement Kid, that's a new one, Just Dentures, nice. Saucy Beast Mode, another good one. DU4 FPV, Stunman, yeah, Stunman, cool. IMAX, Cjo, Norseman, Mark, Rodolfi, Pedro, Wicked Sticks, Richard again, Raider, McFly, Tiago, Paul, Explosive Fruits, Raider, Fabian, Shaman 606, DU4, Kurt and Sup, oh wait, no, Kurt N. Tweet FPV, Vic and Air, Cjo, Daniel Sarmiento, Raider, Really, Stunman, Props Off, Cement Kid again, Pilot Mini, Chopper Girl again, Explosive again, and Raphael and Oliver. We'll let you get in there, Oliver. You were last. Thanks for coming. Everybody that came over from Joshua Bardwell's stream, thank you. I try to keep it pretty loose over here. We're doing some giveaways, which is a new kind of thing that I'm trying out. Pilot Spotlight is I pick one of my pilots that I really dig watching and show them to you guys. Thought being, watching other pilots that are beyond your skill level or just have a certain style that you want to kind of emulate, for me has been very, very helpful in my path to becoming a better pilot. And if that's where you want to go with FPV, that's something that I think is really going to benefit from you. So every single stream, every Sunday at 3 and then tonight at 10, I'm doing a different, where'd you come from? I'm doing a different pilot spotlight, and it's always a different pilot. So yeah, that's fun. And then the last thing we're going to try to do is get an ESC back into this Acrobrat. I just realized that I don't have water. I have my water mug, but I don't have water. But if I talk loud enough, Kristen might hear me, and maybe like she'll come in and hook a brother up. Oh, I hear her yelling down the hallway. All right, guys. So Patreon is right below in the description, as are affiliate links. You guys probably know the drill from Bardwell, but as quick as I can, affiliate links on Amazon. If you're doing an Amazon order, hit my or Bardwell's links, and we will get a couple bucks from it, and you don't have to do anything other than clicking a link. So, okay, CiottiFPV is on Instagram, Facebook, and here on YouTube. Look me up wherever you want. Patreon gets the majority of the love because if you guys are supporting me, I'm sort of working for you, right? So Patreon gets the most love. You can get in the door for $3 a month. Don't get a coffee one morning, as Joshua used to say. And I guarantee you that you'll get a hell of a lot more value out of my Patreon than $3 a month. Mainly because I spend a lot of time, right, it's kind of taking a lot of the stuff in the FPV world and just breaking it down, taking a lot of PID tuning information, filter information, RPM filter information, and just kind of breaking it down so that you can actually understand it and go through the steps in the right order, versus just getting totally overwhelmed and saying, screw it, I'll just run a stock tune. So we got that, and then, yeah, of course, the giveaways. So the way that the Patreon works, and if you guys get over there right now, I'll get you in on the 3 giveaways. I've got a $5 tier, a $10 tier, and a $20 tier. Well, and a $30 tier. $5 tier is a Tiny Whoop giveaway. $10 tier is a micro brushless giveaway. And the $20 tier is a 5-inch giveaway, which I spoiled on Joshua's stream. The $30 tier is everything. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Mm-hmm. Everybody say hi to Kristen. She's the best. She's very sick right now.
I am.
Last night was a rough night. I'm going to start yawning very early. Yeah, don't put depression/anxiety medication in Advil PM bottles. Basically, I used to bring my brain pills to work in a little Advil PM bottle, and when we moved from Charleston to here in Atlanta, apparently that bottle got mixed in, and that was when I was on the max dose of Lexapro. Well, Kristen's shoulder's been bothering her, and last night in the dark, she went in there and saw the Advil bottle and took 2 of the pills out. Didn't really look at them, because why would you? And she took double the maximum dose of Lexapro. And so to get up to the maximum dose takes 3 months. Like, you have to ramp up for 3 months to get to that maximum dose, which is 20 milligrams, I guess it would be. So she took 40 milligrams of Lexapro with no ramp up last night and just threw up all night. It was a little scary. We almost took a ride to the hospital, but yeah. So all you folks that struggle with mental illness, right along with me, be careful with those pills, because they create issues for people that aren't supposed to be on them. But we got through it. Nobody died, and all is well. And we looked it up. Supposedly, the only real way you can overdose on Lexapro is if you mix it with alcohol. But of course, you know, throwing up all night long is obviously not something you guys want to do. So let me show you the Patreon super quick before I go totally off topic. And so anybody that's new, I go on 10 to 15 minute rants all the time. Sometimes you get good info. Sometimes I just blab on and on about mental illness. Speaking of mental illness, I started a Facebook group. If you or a friend or a loved one deal with mental illness, FPV is a really interesting outlet for that. Also PTSD. FPV is really good for folks with PTSD. But I suffer with depression, anxiety, a little bit of OCD. And there are certain things about this hobby that help. There are some things to kind of watch out for. So, yeah, let's... I'm going to show you both things. I'm going to show you that page. This is... First, I'm going to show you the Patreon. Here's the first tier right here, $5 Tiny Whoop and Toothpick tier. There's the second one, $10 Micro Brushless. Here's an example of the posts that I throw up. You know, when I see stuff that's super cheap or a really good deal or a really good product, I'll throw it up for you guys. I don't really make recommendations unless either I have tested something personally or somebody that I trust has tested it. In this case, Joshua said this is a hell of a deal on his stream, so there we go. Everybody run out and buy $188 Ender 3 Pro. Other than that, like I said, there's the $20 tier for the 5-inch rigs, and then $30 all of the above. Here's another really good one, Ciotti's Hot All-Up Weight Battery Motor Prop Combos. This post right here is about 2.5 years of flying micros, bashing micros, trying all the different parts, all the different pieces, every motor I could get my hand on, every prop I could afford, and boiling it all down into, if your all-up weight is 150 grams, this is the best setup I've found. 180 grams, this setup. 210 grams, this setup. 260, this setup. So that, for example, could maybe save you guys, I don't know, 2.5 years of fucking around with all shit pieces and blowing stuff up. And here, I'm going to start showing this on every stream. This is what 2.5 years looks like. Hold on. Let's go to the right camera. This is what you can avoid. Please avoid this. Please. This sucked. These are all blown up ESCs, flight controllers. There's a couple RunCam HD boards in here. Yeah, don't do this. Listen to the people who've been doing it for a long time and fight the urge to think that you're going to be able to find something better and cheaper. I promise you, if there was something better and cheaper, one of the old heads would know about it. So take us at our word. We've been doing this a long time. We've spent a shitload of money. We've wasted a shitload of money to figure this stuff out. Just get the stuff we recommend, get up in the air, and just fly. And then as you start flying more and more and more, you'll actually start to understand what you want out of a quad, and then you can sort of custom tailor your build to you and the way you want to fly. If you start with our combos, you're going to have something that flies good from the jump. If you just randomly buy stuff, maybe you'll just happen to buy the correct 6 parts and pieces in a row. I doubt it. And then you're just in this frustrating, I want to quit. Joshua actually just talked about that. Folks that, you know, message him and say, like, I'm so frustrated, I'm about to quit. Can you please help me out? Going with an established pilot's setup is going to save you from that. So use me as an example. Don't make the mistakes I made. Yeah, you'll be good. What was the other thing I wanted to show? Oh yeah, the Facebook group. And I have to link you guys to the Facebook group. So it's called FPV Therapy. I don't think you'll be able to find it because I haven't settled on that name yet. Once I settle on a name, I'll do a thing that makes the URL like whatever I want it. But like I said, still haven't settled on a name quite yet. Lots of good stuff in there. Like I said, if you well, let me put it this way as well. If you know 10 people, one of them then you know someone with depression. It's 1 in 10, and it's really rough. You probably don't know it. There's a really nasty stigma around it, so the people that have it don't talk about it. I really try to talk about it as much as possible because it's a real thing. You know, people call the medication that psychiatrists write prescriptions for happy pills. They're anti-suicide pills. They are not happy pills. They don't make you happy. They make you not miserable. Takes a long time to find the right ones that make you not miserable, but yeah. So get yourself in that group. I see some folks asking to join. I'm going to approve everybody afterwards, but I just wanted to let you guys know that's a thing, and those of us that have it have to talk about it. The only way it's going to get better is if we talk about it, and I know a lot of you guys don't want to hear this right now, but it's important, so there you go. Every single one of you knows somebody with depression. Give them a hug. They deserve it. They are fighting their asses off, and don't tell them, just cheer up, because if they could just cheer up, they would, as would I. You guys are what make me cheer up, though, so there's all the car insurance selling. There's all the housekeeping nonsense out of the way. Let's do the goddamn Wait, no, let me hit the chat first. All right. Billy asked a question way back. Let me grab that. Okay. Could you look at the gyro filter picture sent on message and tell me if it looks good enough? I will after the stream, Billy. We will figure that out. Okay, let me see if there's any other questions I can bang out real quick here before we get to the giveaways. Like I said, anybody that wants to get in on the giveaways, get over to the Patreon. It's below in the description. and get on the $5, $10, $20, or $30 tier. The cost of the tiers kind of is the ratio of the cost of the 5-inch tier is more expensive shit. The Tiny Whoop tier is the least expensive shit, but they're all for that stuff, right? Tiny Whoop stuff is cheap. So yeah, the majority of the items in the 5-inch tier are like $60 and up. There's an $80 ESC, and there are $200+ frames and one $80-something frame. So it's well worth it. Like, even at the $20 tier. And here's another thing, right? There's like 4 people on the $20 tier. So chances are pretty damn good you might win something. So there we go. Now all the insurance sales is actually out of the way. Blasting forward on the chat. Cement Kid likes my shirt. Anybody that understands the shirt, post it up in the chat and explain it to the 99% of the people that don't get it. Or I'll explain it at some point. Tobias Boone asks, is it okay to do a storage charge using a parallel charging board? Absolutely, Tobias. Here's a cool trick. This is not like condoned, but oh man, the webcam's freaking out. Hold up, webcam went back to automatic. Let me fix this. Get out of auto. There we go. Whoa! Hold up. Let's fix it. Better. If you have Joshua's board, he put these fuses in here. There, you can see them. In between each one of the balance ports, there's a bunch of fuses. These fuses clamp down at 1 amp. So what you can do with this board when you come home from flying is take all of your packs that you've discharged. You don't want to put a fully charged battery in a fully discharged battery. You do not want to do that. That will either blow up this board. It'll probably just pop a fuse, but that's how LiPo fires get started. So your best bet is to take your battery checker when you get home and just real quick, plug it into each one, plug the balance plug only in. Check the next one. As long as it's within like 0.2 or 0.3 or 0.4 or so, plug the balance lead on that one in. Boom, 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 boom. You can load this entire thing up with the balance plugs. They will all feed through these fuses that clamp down at 1 amp, and 1 amp is perfect to kind of equalize everything. And then absolutely hook this up, plug all the XT60s in, of course, or XT30s, hook this up to your charger, and balance charge the entire thing. That is my cycle. Every time I come home from flying, I put the batteries over by the charger setup back here, over here. Oh, the lava lamp's not on. And then I just do exactly that. Check them all, plug them all in, give them half an hour to equalize, come back, plug this into the charger, storage voltage, away we go. Your batteries are safe, the house isn't burning down, and nobody's dead, which is important. Cool. Let me get the chat caught back up. Okay, not seeing anybody tagging me. All right, so the chat is now I've only really been doing these live streams for about a month and a half, I think, but it has now picked up to the point where there's enough of you that I can't read every comment. It was fun while it lasted, but this was going to happen regardless. So, if you have a question for me, what you want to do is type @CiottiFPV. When you type @CI, it'll suggest CiottiFPV for you. So and you can do this with anybody else. What you want to remember though is that you don't see that it gets highlighted. The other person sees that it gets highlighted. So for example, when you guys tag my name, it shows up in orange like this. So if you have a question, tag @CiottiFPV so that it shows up in orange. That's kind of the only way I'm going to see it at this point. If you really want me to see it, or if you're in the giving mood and you like what I'm doing and you want me to buy more micro shit to break and test and tell you how it went, there's also the super chats, and the stickers thing is supposedly really cool. I think if you're going to do a super chat, just do a sticker and it puts a funny little picture up. So yeah, we got that going. Get a little more brightness here. Cool. Explosive Fruits tagged me and said the microbrushes class involves 20 by 20 boards. I'm assuming that you're talking about the giveaway. Yes, but there are no 20 by 20 boards in that giveaway. Maybe there will be moving forward. So the giveaway started because on Black Friday there were some crazy deals, like 50% off kind of deals. I got in on a bunch of them and realized that I'd gotten this stuff so cheap that I could do some giveaways. If enough people go to the Patreon and get in on these tiers, I might be able to continue to do this. But basically, what I'm looking at is somewhere around $500-ish is what I need, is what the giveaways cost me per month. So that's going to be a tall order, but I'm going to do it for as long as I can, and hopefully you guys learn to love the content and stay. If not, it's cool too. Just get some good knowledge off my Patreon. It's going to save you money, save you time, save you from pulling all your hair out and killing your neighbor. I almost said killing yourself. Can't say that. Okay. Let's do the giveaways. I think that we're good. Nope, here we go. Mars jumped up to $5. Cool. Mars, let me get you added to the wheel. Let's pull the wheels over. And I did it right this time. I have the Patreon notifications up here so that anybody that jumps in at the last second, I will actually see your name this time and get you added to the wheel. So, Mars, we're going to get you onto this wheel. All right. So we got Mars. Let me check the notifications to see if anybody got in at the last second here, and we will get going. I see you guys talking about depression in there. Awesome. Like I said, head over to that Facebook group. We'll all support each other. All kinds of stuff can cause it. Personally, for me, it came down from my mother's side of the family, I believe. Sometimes it's genetic. Sometimes it's environment-based. There's a lot of different situations. Doesn't matter. All that matters is that if you have that going on, don't suffer alone. As men, we're kind of expected to just suck it up, right? It's the worst thing you could possibly do. But it's also the thing that depression is the best at doing, is telling you that you need to do that and telling you that you're trash and you're weak and lots of other shitty things. So, yeah. Okay, so there's a bunch of action over here on Patreon. Let me just get this caught up real quick. We've got... Okay, I see where Mars went up. It's 3 to 5. Nick jumped on the $5 tier. Let me make sure that Nick is not in here already. Well, let's do it the smart way. All right, so Nick's not in here, so we're going to add him to the Tiny Whoop tier. Do me a favor, like, I don't want to have to keep updating or reloading the notifications. If you're going right now, tag me in the YouTube chat and tell me which one you went to. And don't just do that and not do the Patreon. You devils. Thomas Rollins with $30. Thank you, Thomas. You get in on everything. We're going to go Thomas Rollins. And we are going to copy and paste that across the board. Thomas is probably going to win something tonight. All right, there's all 3 of those. I've got Sam Z on here. I screwed Sam Z over last week this is why we're doing this right now. I forgot to do this last week, and Sam was on the $30 tier. So I screwed him out of the 3 wheel turns last week, but I got him on this week. And quite frankly, the stuff ratchets upwards. So kind of worked in Sam Z's benefit, but I won't make that mistake again because I felt like a real dick. So we've got Daniel Sarmiento on the $5 tier. Let's get him added. Make sure he's not in here already. Nope. Okay, great. So we got Daniel S. Who else? Kelly Davis on the $5 tier. Let's check it. Perfect. All right. Kelly Davis. We've got, there's Nick again. Patreon does this weird thing where it repeats the notifications. All right, looks like Kelly was the last one. I'm going to reload this one more time If you're doing it right now, like I said, just hit me in the chat and tell me where you went. I'm glad I just did that because Dennis Brown did a 30 burger. Thank you, Dennis. Very cool of you. Enjoy the content. Ask me questions. Talk to me on the messenger there. I'm here for you, man. I want to get you guys up in the air. I want to get you guys good, properly tuned rigs that fly well because it changes things. Like, once your shit flies right, you have a lot more fun. You're a lot better as a pilot, but it's also a lot more fun when it's not falling out of the sky, flying away when you arm it, and just being a general dickhead, which unfortunately it's hard to make these things not be dickheads, but I've been doing it for 2.5 years and use that 2.5 years to your advantage. All right, cool. Dennis Brown is getting in here, and then we are going to go for it. All right, Dennis, I got you on the Tiny Whoop tier. I've got you on the Micro Brushless tier, and I've got you on the 5-inch tier. Refresh one more time real quick. Come on. All right, Athix is going into 5. That's it. No more, no more, no more. Athix putting you in on the Tiny Whoop tier. Anybody who I miss, you're actually getting lucky because next week's stuff will be even better. But all the stuff is really good. It's just I am kind of ratcheting them up so that there's more people for the bigger stuff. Everybody cool? Everybody good? We're going to do... Oh, my God! I just scrolled down the chat, and it's all orange. Okay. Ethan, I told you that I'd hit that shirt... Oh, nice, nice. Good job, Ethan. Mars... Newbie Drone Acrobrat B-Brain Pro bind and fly with turtle mode. Yeah, that's this. That's the prototype that... Oh, hold on. Let me change the camera. That's the prototype that I've been testing for them for the last couple of months. Bunch of people were. This, in my opinion, is the way to go for brushless Tiny Whoops. It's got the cockroach frame, which is the best frame, hands down. It's not the lightest frame, but it is more durable than any other frame, like, by a large amount. Like, if every other frame is from, like, my desk surface to here in terms of durability, the cockroach frame is, like, way the hell up here. I had a brushed cockroach frame get run over by a 4,000-pound car, and I kind of bent the one motor and the one plastic pod. I bent it back straight, and it was actually usable again. They're only $3, so I just bought another one. But yeah, can be run over. Nothing else survived. Literally nothing else survived. Absolute total write-off. All 4 motors, the board, the camera, everything totally dead. But the frame was technically still good to go. So the cockroach frame is unbelievable. I've been bashing this thing in the walls full tilt, and it just smiles and asks for more. This top camera pod, again, it's not the lightest, but it is incredibly durable. I've had a hell of a time finding camera pods that'll hold up. The best ones I'd found previously were the ones on tinywhoop.com. Their name is escaping me right now, but they're vacuum sealed and they're like a 2-liter soda bottle kind of material. So those are pretty good, but eventually they would crack and fall apart. This is molded plastic, and it's got a little bit of thickness to it, and it's just tough as hell. One of the other really cool things is they built the VTX into the board. That's nice because it then allowed them to run an external receiver. And what that does is it allows us to run RXSRs and Crossfire Nanos and actually get half-decent range out of the damn thing. The VTX on the board goes up to, I want to say 400 milliwatts. No. It goes up to 200, I think it is. I run it down on low power, but I believe high power is like 200 milliwatts. I haven't really had it outside yet. Other than that, it's just really well made. Newbie Drone charges more, and you get a better quality product. Their board has always been the best. Their board is the only Tiny Whoop board that didn't have a gyro failure on me. Beta FPV, I forget who else, but every other board that I've had has eventually had the gyro fail on it. But with Newbie Drone, it's, again, you're paying more to get a better quality product, and I think it's worth it because there's there's enough stuff that's frustrating in this hobby. So, all right, Dennis Brown, I see you went to 30. Mars, you're in. There's Dennis Brown again. Basori Boy. Did I get you in? Basori Boy. I didn't see that name in there, but I know it asks for like your real name. Joined 5 tier. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. So anybody that I missed that beat the cutoff from a minute ago, let me know in the chat. I'll give you guys like 30 seconds or whatever the hell the delay is here, and we will be good. Marcos got in on the $5. I'll add you real quick, Marcos. I don't think you're in here. Marco. All right. So, I'm going to call it. If I missed you, I'll get you next week. If I missed you, message me. And I have a little note sheet, and I'll get you on next week, and it'll be something even cooler. I wanted to make sure I don't put somebody on the wheel. Let me make sure that I didn't. Somebody messaged me and said he's got plenty of stuff and just wants to support me, so don't put him on the wheel. And it looks like I didn't. Let me just make sure. And all right, we're good to go. Mars, you said the same thing. Are you saying that it's available and you can pre-order it? If so, everybody get one. Get that 3D printer first, and then get one of them, and then click some buttons down here. Here we go, guys. We're gonna do it. We're gonna push the button. The wheel's gonna spin. I need a little soundtrack. Hold on. Let's get a little. It's a good little soundtrack for a wheel spinning. Wheel of Fortune, maybe? Let's go Wheel of Fortune. We'll go old school tonight. If you guys have better ideas for sounds, then message them to me on Instagram or Facebook or on YouTube at CiottiFPV. Wheel of Fortune sounds. Let's do that. There we go. Okay, cool. And sound effects, minute 12. Let's see. We're doing it. Here we go. Tiny Whoop tier. Oh, this failed. All right. This has a sound, so we'll get it. We'll get it going. Tiny Whoop tier tonight is a Beta FPV brushless frame, a little 3D printed camera mount thing, and a this is, I love this. Oh, I don't have to open this one up. So this is cool because it comes with the AC, which is awesome if you're like going on vacation or something. But what I love about this charger is I use this little charger. This is the other thing that's in there. This is my personal one. I use this as a discharger. So for the 4S batteries that I don't run down in the field, I plug them into this guy, and this charges 6 at a time. It's got the big plug, the small plug, and a little switch for HV or non-HV. This thing rocks. This has come in so handy, and it's in there. So you'll get these 3 things. Let's spin the goddamn wheel and stop blathering on. What do you guys say? Here we go. Did I already spin it? Wait, no, I didn't spin it yet. Casper was from last week. Okay, cool. Here we go. We're going to spin the wheel. Where's the button? Apply wheel changes. That's what I got to do first. And then, here we go. Who's it going to be? Oh, shit, I didn't show the wheel. There it is. It just stopped on William Bodine. God damn it. William, congratulations. Oh, I'll get it right on the next one. Jesus Christ, on a crutch. I'll figure it out someday, guys. Hopefully you're all laughing at me. I'm cool with that. I can laugh at myself. William Bodine wins some cool Beta FPV shit. Congrats, William. Here's the deal. When you guys win, I need you to message me on either Patreon or Facebook. I'm not going to change the camera back because I'm afraid I'll forget it. So I'll do it in a little screen here. You got to message me and tell me 2 things. Your address and what you won. I might not remember what you won. So tell me those 2 things and you'll be good to go. Oh, so I have to also mention this. I'm going to do a little super chat giveaway because last week the person that won the XM when I went to ship it, they were overseas, and it would have been like $17 to ship it, and the FR Sky XMs are only $19. So I just PayPal'd them the $19, and I kept it. So if you are overseas and you want to get on these, I'm cool with it, but you got to hook me up and cover the shipping. So if you're overseas, I will ship it as long as you're cool with covering the shipping, and I'll just tell you after the fact what the shipping was. And then you can PayPal me or whatever, and all is right with the world. So that's how I'm going to deal with the overseas stuff. I have no experience shipping overseas. If you guys have some secret loophole, let me know. Congratulations, William. Next, we are going to do the micro brushless giveaway, which I'm throwing these in. These are the little... I have too many of these. These are the little packets of stuff that you get with RunCam cameras, the little controller and the stupid bracket thing and a bunch of cables. I'm throwing these in because I just have too many. I gotta get them out of here. But the highlight is, all right, I'm gonna chance it, and I'm gonna change the camera here. A set of 5, because never only buy 4 motors. A set of 5 of the Drib Rotor Riot T-Motor 1104 7500s. These are my favorite 2-inch prop motors. These will also turn a lightweight 2.5-inch prop. On a 2-inch prop, you're going to run these on 3S, and it's going to rip really nice for you. On a 2.5-inch prop, you can try it on 3S. You might want to drop down to 2S, though. So, yeah, these are awesome motors. They are made by T-Motor, which in the world of micro motors, like up until very recently, it was there weren't any real manufacturers making them. They were all like just off brands and all kinds of nonsense. These were the first like big motor manufacturer that made us some micro motors that were really good quality, quite frankly. So yeah, these are awesome. They're made by T-Motor. T-Motor makes great stuff. I am a big fan of T-Motor. I run F40 Pro 2s on all my 5-inch rigs, and I have been for almost 2 years now, and they've never let me down. So this is going to be an awesome one. Let's get to the second wheel. I'm going to remember to change the goddamn screen back so you guys can see the wheel spin this time. Hey, I remembered. Cool. We're going to apply the changes, and we're going to spin this mother. Here we go. Let me make sure there's nothing in the chat. And what if the winner... So, great. Thank you, Daniel, for calling that out. Daniel says, what if the winner is not in the chat? Do you post the names of the winners on Patreon or something? Or do you have to be here to win? So, I didn't do... my other option for doing these giveaways, right, was just to do Super Chats here on YouTube. But I didn't want to punish people that work from 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock every single Monday night and can't get in here. So that's why I decided to do the giveaways on Patreon, so that you can go to Patreon and enter, get on the tier you want, and then I will message you. So what I'm doing is I message everybody. I got my little notepad thing here that I leave the wheels open, but I got my little notepad that I write everybody's names down, and then I hit you on Patreon with a message, and then, yeah, you're good to go. So, YouTubin wants to get in on this spin. All right, YouTubin, I'm going to hook you up. I think you're the one extra notification that's in here. Let me just do that real quick. Yep, you are. YouTubin, is that you, Marcos Huerta? All right, cool. I'm going to wait for YouTubing to get back to me on that. I'm going to take a drink. My voice is probably going to also go tonight because I streamed for 3 hours last night. Yesterday, rather, during the day. I'll answer a question. Crunked asks, what do you think about 1404 4600 kV Zings with 4-inch biblades, 4S 650s, Pickle Big 4-inch frame? All right, so here's the deal with that. I can almost guarantee you that 1404 motor is not going to have enough grunt for a 4-inch prop. I mean, there's some chance that... okay, so you can't do it anyway because 4-inch props are M5 nut. Hold on, I'm going to switch cameras again. 4-inch props are all meant for M5 single nut mounting, and all of the 1404s are T-mount, which uses 2 M2 screws to lock the props down. So you literally won't be able to, but even if you could, a 1404 is not going to have enough grunt to turn a 4-inch prop. The most I could ever see a 1404 turning is going to be the bi-blade 3-inch props. There's a bunch of them now, actually. But to be honest, if you're going to go that big, if you're going to go to a 3-inch prop, go to the 1306 Emax motor or the 1306 RCX motor from My RC Mart. It's just an unbelievable motor. It's incredibly efficient. It's got just the right amount of grunt. It's just a really good motor, and it's cheap. It's $12 a motor. So there you go. Let me hit the chat for one more second, and we will spin the goddamn wheel. Okay. Cement Kid, you just mentioned you're running GemFan Hulky 2040s. Be aware that the early, well, I can't even say the early runs. For the first year is what I can say of those props. They were all out of balance. I was hell-bent on running those props because they were the only 2-inch tri-blades. So I just kept buying more and more and more bags of them, but they just kept being imbalanced. And I was buying them from all different manufacturers. Like every order that I would do, I would throw a set of those props in, and they were just always imbalanced. I haven't bought a set of them in well over a year, so maybe they fixed it. I really doubt that they fixed it, to be honest with you. Go get you some Emax 2-inch blur props. That's the 2-inch prop that you want. Or if you want a 4-blade, the Emax Avan 4-blade is amazing as well. All right. Props Off says stop saying Props Off says stop saying God damn it. Woo! I do have to, I guess now that more people are coming, I have to try to stop cursing, which is going to be tough for me because I'm a person that curses a lot. Okay. Props Off. I don't know what's going on, but if I missed you, we'll get you in on next week. Going to the wheel, doing the micro brushless giveaway. This is the right wheel, and we're going to click it to spin. Good luck, everybody. Let's see who it is. Tyler's got a question I can see. Oh! Thomas Rollins got robbed on that one. So, look at that. Sam Z won something cooler this week. So, I guess I didn't screw him over. Sam Z, congratulations. I will shoot you a message and send you out some cool stuff. Some drib motors and a silly little run cam package. Espionage agrees with Props Off. Stop cursing. All right, I'll try. I will make a conscious effort. No promises though. And I'm from what I've. All right. Well, I mean, Remy Tim's got you guys beat. He's giving me money to keep cursing. So, I mean, do me a favor, guys. Well, you know what? I'll do a. So, I have a feeling that the reason why folks want me to not curse is because they have children in the house and they want to watch with the volume turned up without headphones. And I get it. I'm 38 years old. My wife and I don't necessarily have plans of having children, but I get it. So I will try, but Daniel, I guarantee you I won't be able to stop cursing all the way. So your $2 will not go to waste. I will continue to curse here and there. Sorry to the folks with kids in the house. They're going to hear it at school anyway. That's just the cold, hard fact. Okay. Now we're into the 5-inch tier. As Joshua mentioned, I am giving away a... So Drone Pilot asks, do you have affiliate link to the cockroach trim? I do not. And yes, it is for brushless motors. The Newbie Drone doesn't have an affiliate program, so I don't have that there. Roarstar says his 4-year-old is my biggest fan. Sorry if your 4-year-old's a potty mouth because of me, but I can't control it. yeah, the affiliate programs are kind of few and far between. Banggood has one that I'm set up with. Amazon has one that I'm set up with, and who's the third one? GetFPV. GetFPV is my retailer of choice. When they don't have something, I next go to PyroDrone. If they still don't have it, I'll usually go over to like Heli Direct, or maybe at that point I'll go to Race Day Quads. That's just from my buying experience. Oh, okay. Right. So I was not raised with religion, and I believe in myself. I am the center of my own universe. So, yeah, sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that for the religious folks. Don't want to make that worse. So I'll try to kill that one, but the F-bombs are coming. All right, so what this is, I typed into the chat, but Joshua didn't see it. It's not the iFlight one. This is the, shit, I used to know the name, Cicada. This is the Cicada all-in-one. As I mentioned on Joshua Bardwell's stream, this is an all-in-one with the gyro on the same board that you're going to be hooking up 3, 6, 9, 12 motor wires to, 2 big fat battery leads, and then the little 30 gauge leads, which are fine. What that means is hooking all those wires up to it is going to stiffen it up, so it's not going to be as soft mounted as if you run a separate ESC and then a flight controller on top with only 30 gauge wires hooked up to it. When there's only 30 gauge wires hooked up to a flight controller, it's nice and loose and it can just move around, and it does an amazing job at with soft mounting. This is not going to be quite as good, but if you put this on the M3x7 gummies, standoffs rather, and you know what? Screw it. I'll throw a set of these in. It's going to be my last set, but I love you guys. So for anybody else curious or anybody else running individual ESCs and a flight controller with all those wires hooked up to it, this is important. This really does truly make a difference. Although, with the RPM filtering, it might be totally fine. I'll still throw these in, but I have not run one of these on RPM filtering yet. I had a really hard time with these on Betaflight 4, but eventually when I got these little rubber guys on there as the standoffs, of course, I've been on the wrong screen the entire time. Here it is, since you guys couldn't see it in the tiny little screen, I'm sure. And these are the little, let me go macro for this to show you guys. These little things are great, but I only use them on I only use them when I have to, quite frankly. This is going to be tough. Let me get a little, I got a little LED light here. Pretty much every manufacturer sells these. You can get them pretty much anywhere, and that's my finger. There's the actual piece. So it's threaded, female on the bottom there, and then it's got the male side on the top. It's M3, so you put your flight controller down on 4 of these guys, and now they can move up, down, left, and right, front and back. That being said, oops, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to do this. Oh, and now I'll be in better focus. Yeah, these are great to have. Keep these, keep a set of these in your toolbox at all times. They'll come in handy at some point. And I'm going to throw a set in with this guy. I'm willing to bet you that this thing on RPM filters is going to be totally fine. I have a rig on these. It's my totally OG backup rig. It's Kebab's first frame, which is the Flow Ride. It's the very first frame I flew. I have lots of awesome memories with it. Did lots of cool shit with it. And I ran this in it. So I did sort of an experiment. I put the arms inside the body, and then with this single board, because it was so thin, I was able to run 20mm standoffs and put the arms up. So that rig actually has the most balanced center of gravity, top to bottom, out of anything that I've got. But you can't get the flow ride parts anymore. And there are some problems, some inherent problems with the flow ride that Bob has fixed in the next 2 iterations of his frames. So, whoever wins this, get it on the RPM filters. I want to know how it is. And I'm going to put that on the RPM filters and see how it is. So let's get the wheel turning. I hope you guys are ready, because it's coming. Here it is. All right. Let's go. Who's it going to be? Crunk's got I missed a bunch of questions. Here it is. Here it comes. Is it going to be Dennis or Thomas? It's Dennis Brown. Congrats, Dennis. You got yourself an AIO that you get to do an RPM filter experiment with, some soft mount jobbers, and a little run cam package of stuff. Awesome. Let's do a super chat giveaway thing, because you guys love that. This is going to be the FrSky XM. Hold on 1 second, guys. One second, I'll be right back. Why am I fucking singing? Woo! Holy shit, are there 97 people in here? Hold on. Hold on. Refresh, come on. My internet kind of sucks. Oh my god, you guys rule. Damn. Okay, it's getting real in here. I was wondering why the chat was moving. Jeez, you guys are killing it. Alright, let's get back to the wheel. I feel like I was just going to show something, but whatever. Oh, right. I wanted to post that to that person on Facebook. Oh, wait, no, we just did it. Jesus, I'm exhausted. Dennis Brown, message me. I'll message you. We'll message each other. Tell me what you won and where you live. Let me hit some of these questions. Oh, no. Man. I hope you guys are laughing at me, because hot mess express, as the kids say tonight. Okay. We'll do a thing in the place, super chat giveaway for the FrSky XM. Let's do $2, because it's only... No, let's do $3. Super chats for $3. I'll type you guys all into the wheel. We'll spin the wheel. It's for this guy. It's for a little run cam care package. It's for a Hershey mini chocolate. I ate all the rest, sorry. And some miscellaneous M3 hardware for you. And then we've got some stickers. We've got some. Yeah, Dennis, you won, brother. Dennis, you won a AIO flight controller ESC all-in-one that, if you put on RPM filters, I think is going to be awesome, and a set of little standoff jib jabs and some things, and yeah, just some other stickers. So $3 if you have any interest whatsoever in a FrSky XM, some stickers, some rando stuff. I'll probably find some other weird nonsense to throw in there for you guys. So let me give it a second, because I know with how long that just took to load that there's going to be a pretty big delay. What I need is a dump button. Back in college, when I was a TV radio major and worked in the radio studio, there was a big red button for dump, and it was the buffer. It would eat the entire buffer to cut out curse words. So I need that. I need OBX to have a dump button. Although I would forget to hit it, because I don't even notice when I curse. All right, so we got Dennis Brown and Euro in at $3. Give you guys a little bit more time. So we already covered shipping, so that's awesome. Let me start typing people into the wheel, and I'm doing Risky Biscuits by not writing the 3 people that won down and just leaving the wheels open, but we should be okay. God forbid I have to watch the stream back. I can always get your guys' name. So let's clear everything here. And the wheel went small again. Give you guys a little bit more time. Anybody that wants an FR Sky XM, it's a $3 thing in the place down there in the chat. Maybe it's over there. Maybe it's over there. I think it's over there. You can do the sticker thing too, and you get a little guy like Euro did. I gotta make the wheel bigger again. Hold on. I think it was 800. All right, cool. So let's type you guys in. We got Dennis, and we've got Euro, and Marcos getting in at the last second. I'm gonna shut it down in a minute here. Marcos H is in the game. Oh, let me hit another chat question. Again, anybody that goes on to Patreon now, and I miss you for tonight, next week's stuff is going to be better than this week's, so you'll get in on that. There was a question. Ooh, Marcos asks, how did you like the T-Motor 3140 props? Awesome question, Marcos. Thank you for asking that. Yesterday's stream was pilot spotlight and 3-inch prop discussion and pull the ESC out of the Acrobrat. So if you go roughly halfway through yesterday's stream, I talked about all of the current 3-inch prop options, one of which is the brand new T-Motor 3140s, and the long and short of it is they are unbelievably durable. And I've been waiting for a really durable 3-inch prop for a long time. The HQs were the best that we've had. These blow those HQs out of the water. So hands down, the most durable 3-inch prop available. It's a little bit heavy, but it's not like too heavy. I think it's 1.9 grams, which that's on the bigger side. That is on the heavier side. Some of the 3-inch props are down at like 1.6, 1.7, excuse me. So yes, technically speaking, you're going to get a little bit better performance, a little bit better PID loop error correction performance out of the GemFan 3028s, which were previously my favorite 3-inch prop, but those GemFans are not durable. They're not super fragile, but they're definitely not durable. So, all right, we got LED getting in on the game. So, yeah, very good props. The Acrobrat has now moved back to the Emax 1606s. So the extra weight of those props pretty much means nothing. These 1606s are hysterically like grunty. They just make so much power. And yeah, so they'll have no problem with those props. Initial testing, so I got 2 batteries in with these motors on the RPM filters, and on the second one, the Hobbywing ESC blew up, which is why we're going to try to get a new ESC in here. So far, I'm pretty goddamn impressed. I just said it again, there was some wiggle at certain nose down cruising angles, but other than that, like, it was pretty good. If you keep moving around, if you don't try to just cover ground in a straight line and do cinematic stuff, it's looking like these might be the heavy rig 3-inch prop motors to have. For anybody that's new here, previously I'd been singing the praises of the T-Motor and the Zing 1507s. If you don't crash a lot, they are the best motors. Get them. They are super smooth, super powerful, great motors. But if you crash, and kind of specifically if you crash onto concrete, stay away. See, I caught myself for a change. Stay away from the Zing and from the T-Motor 1507s. They have a 2mm motor shaft, And when you have a big, heavy, like 240 plus gram rig, this is up at like 260 or 270. Every single time you slam on concrete, you will bend one of those motor shafts. My most recent, I think, full-blown edit on my YouTube channel, somewhere around here, is literally the first day out flying the Zing 1507s, and within 3 batteries, they were completely wasted. Yes, I crashed a bunch with them, but I didn't have a single crash that I thought that... So I've always crashed a lot, so I have a really good feeling for like how it hits, what it hits, and like the noise that I hear, and I pretty much always know when I start walking to a rig whether it's going to be in pieces or fine or on fire. And pretty much every single one of the crashes with the Zings were not like, oh, they're going to be broken crashes. Every time I turtle motored it back over, ran out and got it, I was surprised that there was that the bells were getting worse and worse and worse. By the end of the 3 batteries, 2 of the motors were fully seized up and just totally wasted. So I can't really recommend them if you fly really hard and you crash a lot. If you're doing cinematic stuff or if you fly over grass only, you might be able to get away with them. But they're $19 a motor, and I think these 1606s are like $12 a motor. Don't quote me on that. $19 is a lot of money for a micro motor. It's what they should cost because they're the same amount of like tech and whatnot goes into them as a full-blown 5-inch motor, but it's hard to pay a lot for them. Looks like we're good to go on this roll. We've got a 4-way roll off. Dennis Brown, Euro, Marcus H, and LED. Let's apply the changes and click the wheel, and I'll remember to move the thing over. Wow, I did it. So I only screwed up 25% of the time. Let's go! That was a short spin. LED wins it. Last one in. LED, shoot me a message on Instagram, Facebook, or YouTube, or Patreon, CiottiFPV. Let me know that you won the XM and the chocolate and your address, and I'll get it on out to you. Cool. I don't think I have anything else. You guys want to do a prop giveaway? Anybody interested in doing a 5-inch prop giveaway? Just tag me. Just tag at CiottiFPV. Don't even type anything. Just tag my name if you have any interest in 6 sets of these really interesting GemFan Flash 5149s. I've been looking for a really good high pitch 5-inch prop. So if you got if there's we'll do it. We'll just do it. $2 super chat or sticker thing down below, and we'll spin the wheel for 6 sets of these guys. I will check my messenger, Brent. Ooh, Brent sent me some cool stuff. So if you guys don't know, this is perfect. Thanks, Brent. This will give you guys time to get in. Oh yeah, so this is also all the different colors. There's red, purple, clear, orange, and green, and blue. So you get one of each color of the GemFan Flash props. Maybe GemFan will watch one of these and hook a brother up and send some props for more giveaways, because I really love GemFan props. I run T-Motor 5143s, which are made by GemFan on all of my 5-inch rigs. So yeah, and with micro props too, GemFan props have always just been the best balanced, other than those 2040s. Those 2040s were some weirdo anomaly. All right, another drink of water, and we're going to talk about Brent from BMC 3D. So, with my 5-inch builds, I've managed to not break that many GoPro Session 5s, and I attribute most of that to the way that Brent makes his mounts. He makes them as front load, and then I'll show you guys. So he makes them front load, and I'm gonna have to get the focus going here. And let's also turn on a light up here. Hey, now we're cooking. So he makes his mounts. He also makes side load, but I really don't like side load because the GoPro, if you hit something on an arm and it spins just right, it'll just throw the session. At the Rampage site test that I was at, we searched for about a half an hour for Tidwell's GoPro session, and amazingly we found it. But that's exactly what happened to his. It just shot right out the side. So I really prefer these front load mounts. And then what's unique about Brent's is that he puts these little rubber baby buggy bumpers, I can't believe I was able to say that, on the top and bottom. And then what I really like is he puts flaps on the sides. Now, I do always run a battery strap to just kind of pull everything together and really lock everything down. And I've never thrown a GoPro with this setup. The other thing that he can do, if you put it in your order notes, if you ask him to add another 2 millimeters, I'm sorry if I'm blowing up your spot, Brent, and you were just, I don't know if you were like just doing that for me and Brad. I assume not, but he can add another 2 millimeters to these front load mounts, which will allow a TBS Jello guard, which are the most durable of the ND. They're the cheapest, most durable, and they're decent enough quality of an ND filter that they're really the ones that everybody kind of runs, and it slots right on in. So what this also did is this stopped me breaking these ND filters so often. This particular one I did manage to break because I slammed it really hard right on the top. Actually, it literally hit this piece so hard that it shattered the top of the ND filter, but it didn't break the GoPro. So yeah, BMC 3D is my spot. He also won Joshua's 3D print-off thing. Yeah, Brain 3D is also great. Brent and Brian are friends from what I understand, which is super cool. But I have had better luck with Brent's mounts. So they're what I go with. And he's just an awesome dude, to be totally honest with you guys. One of those people that we're very lucky to have in the community. So let me get back to the chat. Oh my God, that's a lot of blue. All right, I got to start typing. Brent, you sent me, let me know what angle you want this mount. 30 degrees, please. How long's the mic been off? Thanks for messaging me on Facebook, Tiago. All right, so my mic hasn't been off for that long, but it was probably off the whole time I was talking about Brent. Brent just offered to do a freestyle hero mount giveaway on tonight's stream because Brent is an awesome dude. What I was just saying was this setup of mounts I really love because you can get a bunch of these bases and put these bases on each one of your rigs, and then you just have one of the top part here in blue that you can just bounce in between rigs. That would be so nice. Where this becomes really cool is if you ever have to like travel with your rigs, when they don't have the GoPro mounts on them, they stack up really nice. So if you had these on all of them, they would really stack up nicely. It would just, man, it would make life a lot easier for me if I ran this setup. The only reason I don't run this setup is it's a little bit heavier than the all TPU setup, and I am a nutso about weight. I have found that I really need to run my 5-inch rigs as light as possible so that the adjustment time between flying 3-inch rigs and 5-inch rigs is as little as possible. I really love the Acrobrat being heavier because it flies more like my 5-inch rig. So like if I've flown the Acrobrat a bunch in a couple days in a row, and then I go to a 5-inch rig, it's a lot easier for me to adjust than if I've been tiny whooping a bunch or flying the 200-gram 3-inch setups that I've got. So yeah, that's that. He's got a bunch of different bases here, which are just super cool. You can get a bunch of the bases, put them on all your rigs, bunch of different colors. And I think the mic was on when I was saying that BMC 3D is my TPU maker of choice. Brent's an awesome dude. And yeah, we need to support the awesome dudes that we're lucky to have in the community. Now I can start typing into the wheel. So this one is going to be for the props, and then we'll do one more for the freestyle hero mount. So let me stop jibber jabbering and start putting names on the wheel of doom. Here we go. All right, we're gonna clear. Oh, that clears the... I need to stop doing that. I make the wheel a little bit bigger for you guys, and when I hit clear, it clears that out. Okay, so here we go. We're gonna do Marcos. Marcos, you're... I didn't go back too far. Okay, yeah, we're good. Marcos, we got Euro in it again. And we've got parts for Bent. We've got Daniel. Whoops. Not that it matters. We got Daniel. I'll throw an S just in case there's another Daniel. We got Engage. He says, for all the children late watching FPV streams. Yeah, why? I stream at 10 o'clock. Shouldn't all the kids be... Oh, it's not about the kids. Right. It's about religion. Got it. Right. I forget about religion a lot just because it's never been a part of my life. Engage in the house. We've got Dennis Brown. Dennis is trying to clean house tonight. Right. Cool. Oh, DU4 FPV, a really cool question. He asks, what's the purple color look like? So, here's a little secret. Sane Smart, which is the TPU that most run, they actually have two different... They have a purple and they have a violet. And the purple is this color here, which is... It's kind of almost pinkish. It's like a pinkish... It's not, but it's a lighter purple. This purple, the true purple, matches the... Man, this is... I'm showing too much of my insanity here. YouTubing is in. This purple matches the purple standoffs the best. The other purple, which is actually called violet, doesn't really match these purple standoffs all that well. It does match certain props really well. If you have a prop that's like a deep purple, let me show you the violet, because it's probably a better match. So this is the violet. I guess I'll hold them both up next to one another. That would be smart, right? So there is the difference. Purple, violet. The violet is almost like going blue, and the purple is almost going towards pink. The violet looks really cool. I put the violet with black hardware, and it just looks super cool. I'm going to try putting it with gold hardware. Get that purple and gold action on. So yeah, there's that. Shutting it down. YouTube is the last one in for the props. Is that how to spell it? Oh, I got it. No, I didn't. All right, here we go. We are going to spin a wheel. Remy Tim is a fan of purple. He says, screw violet and the horse it rode in on. Who's going to win? It's going to be... Oh, Engage. Look at that. Oh, Daniel almost got you. All right, Engage. Shoot me a message somewhere, and I'll send you some props. And let me know how you like them. could see a thing. Cool. We got one more to do. Brent, if you're still in here, what should the buy-in be? Or any of you guys? What I don't know what the well, let's look. What's the $22? So let's do, I don't know. Let's do $3. $3. Yeah, $3. Cool. All right, this will be the last one. What time is it? 11:20. Jeez, I gotta learn to tighten up these giveaways. Jesus. Cool. It's fun though. I'm having a blast doing the giveaway thing. I'm gonna be sad if I have to stop it. I'll really try to keep doing it because it seems like you guys dig it too. $3 for a freestyle hero mount of your choice. You get to pick the color, pick the base, pick the hero style. Brent's got Hero 8 mounts. Nobody's got Hero 8 mounts. Brent is on top of the Hero 8 game. Brent, have you heard anything back in terms of durability on the 8? The only person I've talked to about it has been Tommy, and he seems to think that the 8s are a little bit more fragile than the 7, which is kind of a bummer. I was hoping that by them going to a solid front lens piece thing that it would be a little bit more durable, but I don't know. I believe Tommy. Tommy being, oh my god, sorry guys. My voice is starting to go. Metal Dirt Skin getting in on the game. We'll give it like another minute or so. You haven't heard much yet? All right. The only real reason, from what I can tell, and so I blew up my 7 when the 8 had just come out. And so when I went to Best Buy, they had the 8s in stock. So they said, we can put you in an 8, and you just have to buy the warranty plan thing again. Or we can refund you the price difference. I think it was like $80. I think it was $79 maybe. And I took the money because really, in terms of the specs, the only thing that's nicer, to my knowledge, on the 8 is the what the hell is it called? Boost? I think it's called Hyper Smooth Boost. And like the Hyper Smooth on the 7 works plenty good. Daniel's getting into the game. He wants a mount. So yeah, and one of the things I really like about the 7 is I bought a couple of the extra front lenses, which just twist and pop off. They're really easy to pop on and pop off. The sounds good, Wicked. Explosive, we'll talk about that in 1 second. So Polar Pro makes a set of filters. I actually didn't like them. They went gold in the corners when you would look at the sun, which was really sucked. It was a $30 ND filter. What works better, I've found, is Steel's Ethics stick-on ND filters. So what I did is I bought 2 extra of the front official GoPro lenses, and then I stuck an ND4 under the one and the Ethics ND8 onto the other one, and now I can just quick swap the front glass piece thing to move the ND filters on or off or up or down or whatever. That being said, I don't fly the 7 much. The only time I really put the 7 up in the air is if I'm doing something like super cinematic. So the night video in downtown Atlanta. Thank you. The night video in downtown Atlanta was with the 7 because I just knew that I wanted it to be super flowy and there was just a certain style that I wanted to go for. Marcos is getting in, but other than that, The Hero 7 rig that I have that mount on is the last one. I fly the two rigs. I only have one Session 5 at this point, but I fly that on the two main glide rigs, and then if I blow both of those up, that's when I'll put the Hero 7 rig up in the air. And those two Hero Session rigs, one of them's 4S, one of them's 6S. So my cycle is, I get to the site, I run the 4S rig, because those batteries sag way more than 6S and the runtime is way lower. So those are kind of like my warm-up batteries. That rig is very similar to the 6S rig. The 6S rig is 1600 kV, the 4S rig is 2400 kV. And when you do the math, that's the same amount of RPMs. So they fly very, very similar, and it's just like a perfect little cycle that I go through of warming up with the 4S batteries and then get over into the 6S rig, fly all the 6S batteries with 5 minutes up in the air somehow. Unreal. The runtime difference is just, I fought it tooth and nail, and I was wrong. I was just wrong. Brill Riffet, I missed you. How did I miss you? Any interest in a freestyle hero mount? It's worth more than the props. I'll do another prop giveaway next week. Brilfrit, I'm going to make a note. I'm going to make a note right now. I was just about to say, ask you to remind me, but I have a little note sheet thing. So that's the prop giveaway ad. Where is he at? Bill Riff at. How the hell did I miss you? Do me a favor, though, Bill. Shoot me a message on either Facebook or Instagram at CiottiFPV and say, hey, this is Bill. Because if you miss the stream next Monday, I want to be able to get in touch with you. Or if you have interest in this mount, I'll put you in this one right now. So it looks like we're good to go. I'm going to answer one question and give Bill a second to Kung Fu. And Jesus, really? How did I miss so many people? All right, same deal, Espionage. Prop giveaway, add Brilfrit. And unless you want to get in on this, let me know. But I'm making a note. Okay, good to go. What was I just going to say? Oh, the questions about the filter settings on the Acrobrat, I will show you. So, this Acrobrat, as I said a little bit earlier, went from the extremely smooth 1507s, which were great, over to these very not smooth and very notchy Emax 1606 motors. Unbelievably, I kind of just did this for science, really. I left that same tune on it, which was pretty aggressive, and just went out and flew it. And it flew. It didn't, no flyaways, no oscillations, but it was at the absolute razor's edge limit of the tune. So I ended up backing the tune off a little tiny bit, but I build very clean rigs, and I run close to the limit of what you can, and I have a really decent understanding of PID tuning, filter tuning. I've talked to Mark Spatz a lot about it, and I just have a really good feel for how to tune by ear, and sometimes I'll get some black box feedback from those guys. But these, this is still pretty aggressive. So fair warning, do not just do all of this at once. On the Patreon, there is a post it's something along the lines of RPM filtering. What's the word I used? Well, there's like 2 or 3 posts about RPM filtering. One of them is talking about the correct order that you want to remove the filters in. And super quick, it's basically the first thing you do is, oh man, it's been a while. I don't even remember. I think the first thing you do is put the dynamic notch down here, the filter range to low. I think the second thing you do is you move the dynamic notch width percent to 0. I believe the third thing that you do is move the dynamic notch Q up to 250. The next thing you do is start moving these gyro filter and D-term filter multipliers down. The previous tune that I had on this with the smooth motors, I went into expert mode and I moved these two sliders all the way down to 2.0, which really reduces the filtering. But here at 1.5 ended up being perfect for these 1606s, and it gave me a little bit of headroom. Crunked, you've asked that a couple times. I'm sorry I missed it. 1404, 4600 kV on Pickle 3-inch. I don't know what that frame is. 4S, ultralight, good. More than likely. I would say those 1404s are probably only going to be able to handle, like I said before, a 3-inch biblade. I don't think... I've run 1404s and 1304s on tri-blade 3-inch props, and they struggle. And they were 4,000 kV. They really did struggle, and it was actually so overpropped that the runtime like really suffered. Like, you can overprop a motor a little bit and kind of get away with it, but there is a point where the motor becomes so overpropped that it just flies like a bag of nails. So yeah, biblade only, I would say, for that setup. If you want to get into 3-inch tri-blade, 1306 by Emax or RCX, that's where you want to be. Those motors are awesome. They're $12 a motor, and yeah. Crunked on 2.5-inch props, they'll rock. 1304s and 1404s. Good segue to sell some more car insurance. I just recently made a smackdown of all my personal like combos that I've figured out over the years, and it's on the Patreon. So for $3 you can get access to it, along with a ton of other cool stuff. If my internet would work, there it is. Here it is. Ciotti's hot all-up weight battery motor and prop combos. This goes all different all-up weights from like 120, I guess, up to like 260, and it's just the combos that I've had the best luck with personally. I have not flown the 1404 iFlight Zing motors yet. I'm sure they're great, but the 1404 size, there just is a limitation. There is a physical limitation on that 1404 size, and I don't think that they would have the grunt for a 3-inch prop. So there you go. YouTube and got missed on a microspin. Damn it. All right. YouTube, and send me a message on Patreon and tell me that, and I'll put you in twice next week. Sorry about that, brother. And espionage is good. Cool. All right, so I'll get you guys both in next week. Let's do a BMC mount spin. All right, one more wheel window, and then we're going to do a quick pilot spotlight, and then I will curse at the Acrobrat as I put a new ESC in it, possibly. Or I might just not work on it tonight because I kind of would rather just talk to you guys. All right, good deal. And we've got Metal. I'm just going to start abbreviating your guys' names. Metal, and we've got Daniel, being Remy Tim. Let's get it going. Cool. Last one for the night. Sponsored by BMC 3D. Thank you, Brent. And it's going to be Metal. Congrats, brother. Metal's getting a BMC 3D mount. I guess just so go on Facebook, like BMC 3D, and I think you can message through BMC 3D on Facebook. And Brent is so awesome that he will get back to you. Let me send him a quick Metal. What's your real name? I'm gonna send him your YouTube name. YouTube name Metal. If you don't want people, Jorg, I'm sorry, man. I missed you. Jorg, we'll get you in on next week. Get you in on next week, Jorg. Unless you just wanted to send me money for the sake of sending me money. But you're right on top of I know there's a big delay, so I'll make it right for you, homeboy. Metal Dirt Skin FPV is getting sent to Brent. And he will hook you up. YouTube name Metal 1. Thanks, brother. Sick. All right, guys. Giveaways are over. It's only 11:30. I'm going to cut it at midnight because I'm exhausted. I will... so for anybody that was... I don't think many people were, but for anybody that was following the 12 Days of Ciotti, I knew it was going to go off the rails. Getting content up every day is impossible for me. I wish I could do it, but I both have a full-time job and a family that I want to spend time with. So it's just not quite possible. Also, I run the risk of burnout. I've done it to a bunch of other... Marcos, why am I missing people? How is this happening? Well, there's nothing I can do about it, Marcos. I can put you in next week. Remind me next week. I'll put you in twice on one of the $3 streams. Sorry, dude. I don't know why. I know why. Because my chat is on top chat and not live chat. So it wasn't showing everything. Great. All right. Well, as I make mistakes, I learn. So away we go. What are we doing? Pilot Spotlight? Let's do Pilot Spotlight. I got 2 for you guys. I've got... That's not it. That's not it either. No, here it is. It's over here. Okay. I have got George... So I'm doing 2 because both of these guys have a good amount of subscribers and they're stateside. So I think a lot of you guys might have... What I'm trying to do with Pilot Spotlight is give you guys new people to watch. So I try to find people that are like 20 subs or 50 subs or whatever. These 2 guys have well over 1,000, almost to 2,000. So I'm going to give you 2 of them. Hopefully you don't know one of these 2. George FPV is up first. He's amazing. Espionage, my day job is I'm a project manager for a benefit software solution company. Love being a project manager. Don't love this company, but it was a job that I was able to take. I worked at this job in Charleston when we moved, and they allowed me to work remote. And working remote is pretty cool. I do need to find a job down here, though, because jobs in Charleston don't pay at all. One of the big reasons we moved here is to get better paying jobs. So we're going to dive into George FPV. I'm going to kill my mic, give you guys system audio. Let's see what is most recent. Looks like he's putting out content 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. That's cool. I felt like an idiot. The person that I did it on last week, he hadn't put up a video in like 3 months. I'm like, oh great, yeah. Everybody go follow this guy. He won't put up a new video for you for another 3 months, but that's okay. We did a drift video last week. Oh, the dance flow. Here we go. This will be a good one. All right, killing my mic. You guys are going to get system mic, and I'll jump into the chat and talk to you guys a little bit in there. Don't stream tired, guys. Don't stream tired. There we go. Now you guys are going to have audio.
I see the way you shine. Take your hand, my dear, and place them both in mine. You know you stopped me dead when I was passing by. And now I beg to see you dance just one more time. Ooh, I see you, see you, see you every time. And oh my, I like your style. Ooh, you make me wanna cry.
awesome post-production or color correction, as it is not really correctly referred to a lot. Espionage is dead on the money. It is very hard to make a wide open field like that interesting. And it also shows every single little bit of sloppiness. Like every single time you snap to do an inverted yaw spin, that kind of a situation like just shows if you're off at all. The other thing George does a great job with that I spend a lot of time doing this is syncing up the flying to different parts in the song. And like it takes time. Like I'm not gonna lie, it takes time to do that, but it's in my opinion it's very worth it. I've been making. Let me show you guys something. I have been making edits for about 15 years, believe it or not. Back in college, I was in college about 18, 19 years ago. It was right when digital video was kind of kicking off. And when I got out of school, I was thinking I was going to do digital video stuff for a living. I burned out on it very quickly and just said to hell with it and went into sales, and that eventually led to project management. But I've always kind of hung on to the love of doing that. And when YouTube popped up and I realized what it was and what I could do on it, I just started making rando edits of whatever my current hobby was. First it was drag racing with my 96 Cobra. A little bit of street racing, a little bit. And then it became autocross with that same car. When I wanted to start winning at autocross, I bought a Miata, and so it moved over to that. A lot of autocross and Miata stuff. But the one constant in all of these is that I approach these more as a music video than like a flight edit, and that I kind of do that with all of these. The music drives everything, and because of that, it takes me a long time to find the right song. Like I'll put 2-3 hours into finding the right song, but when it's right, it's right. So for me, these are little chunks of my life that I remember very, very vividly now because I have like moving picture proof of it, but also during the editing process, you're watching this stuff over and over and over and over again, and it just kind of like drives this experience that you had into your brain, and like it's really cool. This is actually, I have another channel. I have like 3. I got really screwed up with Gmail and Google and YouTube when they all merged, and it just got all jacked up. But this is like the real, like when I really got the hang of YouTube, this is the channel that I made. And yeah, so this is 11 years ago. I can remember this night. Let me drop the volume down a little bit so I don't deafen everyone. I can remember this night. This is the first time that I ever drag raced, and I can specifically remember like the nerves that I had. I remember that my friend John is who's holding the camera right now. I remember certain cars that I ran against. I would never have remembered a single one of those. Like I would have remembered the first time I went drag racing was at Atco, but I wouldn't remember what I ran, what my 60 foot was, or any of these other things. So, it like just editing videos together is a really interesting thing, and it can get really annoying, but in the end, like when it's all done and when you're happy with it, like it's totally worth it. I remember running that Lightning. I remember thinking, great, I'm about to get slayed by a pickup truck because Lightnings are faster because they have supercharged 5.4s than my Cobra was. But he ran a 15 and I ran a 13.9. So yeah, it's yes, it takes a lot of time. Yes, it can get frustrating, but it's worth it in my opinion, and it's a really neat skill to have. Kristen and I have been together for the better part of 15 years, and we've had a couple Christmases where we've both been like super, super broke. There was also a time when she was going away for like 2 weeks, and being able to do video editing is a really cool way to make a really thoughtful, really awesome, memorable gift for someone that doesn't cost you anything. That's one of the other reasons why it's kind of super cool. I'm actually curious now. Let me see if I can hit, if I can find one of the other ones. I want to show you guys like the very first YouTube video. Is it this one? Let me see. And then I'm gonna give you guys the second. What the hell just happened? Oh, right. I have to do this. Okay, so it's obviously not this one. So let's go to this one. And we gotta go here. Nope. I guess I lost it. That sucks. Maybe it's this one, I guess? I don't think it's this one. Huh. No. That's not. No. Oh, right. There is no channel. Yeah, okay, it's gone. That kind of sucks. I had a whole bunch of airsoft edits up on that one. And my very first edit ever was, interestingly enough, my big fat cat beta at the time. And one of those horrible, dinky little kiosk at the mall collective pitch helis with the infrared ones. So you had to point the effing controller at it all the time. If you rotated the controller like this, it was the infrared beams wouldn't get to the thing and it would fall out of the sky. But the very first video ever, like once I was able to like somewhat pilot this janky little thing, I was harassing my cat Beta, and he would bat it out of the air, and it was just hysterical. And that's the very first video that I ever put up onto YouTube, which is now apparently gone forever into the ether. So that, whatever. Mars is into, 1308 is quick, man. I got down to 13.2, I want to say, on street tires. That the 96 Cobras were some of the last Cobras to have solid rear axles, so you could put slicks on them and just launch them at 7,000 RPM and they would run like low 12s or something insane. But I never did that. So enough nonsense car talk. Let's get into the second pilot spotlight, which is Ironic GTI. I just realized I didn't send you guys the link to George's channel. So let me fix that. All right, there is George's channel. Error. I'm the admin. I have to be able to post a link. Is it upset at the length? What's going on? What's the deal here? Hold up. Well, search YouTube for George Space FPV. All of a sudden, the chat won't let me drop a link in. Maybe this one will work. I don't know. No, look at that. That's weird. Why would it be doing that? Is it because I'm not on home? Let me try this. Maybe it doesn't like that. Let's see. Nope. Wow. Okay. YouTube just says Ironic GTI Space FPV. Oh, here. This is what I can do. This is kind of annoying, but whatever. Okay, that was weird. Oh, right. I just saw my phone light up. Hopefully that's not somebody telling me that I don't have audio. No, it's not. There's something wrong. There's something going on. I can't type at all. Yeah. I guess I'm gonna have to restart the chat. Hold on. Well, that's good, because that would be really annoying if I couldn't drop the links to these guys' channels in the chat. So let's go over here, and I'm going to pop the chat out again, and hopefully it will work. Oh, wow. This is... Oh! Right. Right. Got it. Got it. Did anybody figure it out before I did? There we go. Okay. So now it's going to let me in. But I have to restart the chat one more time. Okay. And here we go. Thanks for hanging with me, guys, while I just completely fail as a human being and a YouTube streamer. There's Ironic's channel. Here comes George's channel. Let's watch one of Ironic's videos, and it looks like we're going to kind of wrap it up after that. So the Acrobrat will get some love. I'll do a rando stream in the middle of the week this week, so hit the bell thing, and it will send you a notification when I go live on the stream, so that you... Because otherwise, the only way you'll see is if you're on YouTube. So that's what the bell is for, in my opinion. Is for stream notifications. Here we go. Ironic GTI. Let's go. Let's get another. Oh. Yeah. If you guys haven't seen this, yeah, you're welcome.
Day 2.
So yeah, that's one of my favorite videos from Ironic. What an insane thing to do. And then that at the end was a failsafe. That was a weird failsafe. He did it it was fine the first time. Weird that it failsafed that second time. I don't know if he maybe had a spotter or he just winged it, but man, that is pretty cool. Let's do a little bit more cinematic video. I forgot that was in DVR. I didn't realize that. I guess he lost the GoPro. That sucks. But DVR always run your DVR. Let's go Sea to Mountains. I don't think I've seen this yet.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm only going to talk to you just for a minute or so this evening because I have some very sad news for all of you, and I think sad news for all of our fellow citizens. People who love peace all over the world. What we need is not hatred, it's not violence, but it's love and wisdom.
Alright, so you guys get the idea. I did not pick one of his better videos. But, awesome dude, great pilot, and you should all go sub to him. So, let's hit the chat. 3 more minutes. Thanks for bearing with me while I sleepily stumbled through this. Let me see if I don't see a lot of questions. Any last minute questions? Get them going. Let me see if I saved the the HD split files from the 1606s. I don't think I did, stupidly, because I was gonna just go right back out and fly it. But let me take a quick look. Hold up. Get those questions in while I'm doing this. So where would I have saved it? GHO? This might be it. Is this it? Nah, this isn't it. What is this? GHO? Oh, yeah, right. Okay, that's not it. That's not it either. Nah, I threw it away. I'm dumb. Oh well. Give you guys another couple seconds for any questions. Yeah, Mars, isn't it impossible to fly low in the water like that? So the trick to flying low in the water is to look at the complete outsides. Is to look at the outsides of your FPV feed, and to look for like the shore or just anything, because the surface of the water, for whatever reason, like you just can't judge your elevation when you're just out in the middle of nowhere on the water like that. So if you guys are ever going to go charging across the water, if it's waves, you can usually see it, like if the water is rough enough. But if the water is even remotely smooth, you'll just, what'll literally happen is you'll be like, all right, I'm flying nice and low, and then just out of nowhere at just some random time, bloop, done, and just gone forever, and you'll be so confused. It's just the weirdest thing. But yeah, if you're going out over smooth water, look on the sides and try to keep the shoreline in, or just something solid, some piece of earth in the corners of your view, and judge your elevation by that. Also, don't just fly really low. It doesn't look that much cooler when you fly really low over the water. That's another kind of secret. You can fly 5 feet above the water and it looks pretty much the same as when you're skimming the surface. Krunkt has a question. 1507, 4300 kV, RC and power, 3-inch. So what I've heard about the RC and power 1507s is that they're very notchy. That doesn't make as much of a difference nowadays with the RPM filters, but there's kind of no reason to run them. They still have a 2mm motor shaft, so there's really no reason to get those over the Zings or the T-motors, in my opinion. But still a good question. Twig XL, another frame that I don't know, but I'm just going to work off of the setup here. 3-inch props, 4S, 850. Okay, so 15. I'm assuming that Twig frame is lightweight, and you're going to be overkill on that. 1507s are, so there's a point of like diminishing returns where like if you just keep going bigger on the motors, it's not really going to make much of a difference because you're just adding more weight on the ends of the arms, and like you kind of run out of kV, although those are 4300 kV, so I don't know. I would not do that. I would go with a 1306. That's going to keep that rig a lot lighter. That's probably a relatively fragile frame, and that difference in weight is going to make a big difference in crashability. So yeah, I wouldn't go that big on the motors. The point I was trying to get at, there is a point where you run out of kV. You can just keep going up and up and up and up in motor size. If you don't also go up and up and up in kV, that's what happens, right? Like everything for 3-inch props is pretty much 4,000 kV. Like that's the number. I run RCX 1304s because they make them in 5,000 kV, and I want that extra kV for a 2.5-inch prop rig. But for a 3-inch prop rig, for example, 4,300 kV is not that much higher than 4,000 with an Emax 1306. I'm willing to bet that if you back-to-back those setups, there would be very little difference, because the 1507 on a light rig is just kind of too much. If that was a 1507 6,000 kV, totally different story. That thing would hammer to the moon and would be nuts, but nobody makes them. So we got to stick with what we've got available to us. So that's my opinion on that setup, and that's kind of the thinking behind it. I try to explain it in this way to you guys so that you can sort of learn along with me, right? Teach a man to fish, give a man a fish kind of thing. So yeah. It's LED sled. I thought it was LED. Oh, I'm so stupid. LED sled. You're not on Facebook or Patreon. Are you on Instagram? I don't necessarily want to give my public email address. Yeah, fuck it. Don't spam email me, guys. There's my email address for you. LED sled. And now I know your name too. Awesome. Thanks for hanging, Mars. Let's shut this mother down. Doesn't look like there's any other questions. I guess you guys have another 3 seconds. Oh, no. Mars has one. Oh, no. Okay, right. 85X into the water. Cool. Thanks for hanging, guys. I will do a rando stream in the middle of the week. I forgot to finish explaining that the 12 days of Ciotti, I went off the rails and kind of gave up. But I'm editing stuff again, so I'll have more edits for you guys coming soon. If you haven't seen the night edit or the destroying a set of Zing 1507s, go check them out. They're pretty good. They're pretty fun. That's all I got for you guys. Thanks for hanging. I will see you guys randomly this week. Hit the bell thing to get a notification somewhere. Like, subscribe, all that nonsense. Do whatever the hell you want. You guys rule. Go fly. Peace.